forgot that I'm currently hideous! Hydrate, but I just have my... Here, I'll drink the water. I was drinking milk. Lipstick on my teeth. Enough. I'm disgusting. What do you mean install? What? I agree? I have to agree to something. Oh, I did it. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. If I'm far away, you can't tell that I forgot to put makeup on. I literally, you know what? I already spilled my sunscreen. I literally, since I always have makeup on after work, I just sat in front of the computer, like la-di-dying, forgetting the fact that I needed to put it on today because I woke up late and had to go barefaced. So we're hiding everything with the glasses and the lipstick. Hopefully once I'm in the corner, with me in the corner, it'll be less noticeable. I'm fine if I keep my eyes really open, because I have the whole, like, you look sleepy eyes without makeup on. But if they're really open, you can't see it as much. But I look insane. Anyway. So. We're starting a new trial. December 27th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Apparently the prosecution's always ready. Opening statement. Very well, no opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction! Today, the trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order, order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Ah, must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. The mysterious boat shop owner. State your profession. I'm the proprietor of the restaurant, The Wet Noodle at Ford Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. I still haven't heard who this old guy is. Where's the objection? Objection! Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right? The witness will say his name. Thank you. Well, I'm not really sure. What do you mean? My memory. The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. I know who it is. I forgot how I know who it is. Can't recall. Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He's the one that. Oh yeah, he's the one that kills the dad potentially. He's the. See me last time. Later time of the incident, no police found the scene. 5. Trapped in the elevator, returned from a lost child with his son. Age 9, 1 bullet found in his heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Court bailiff. Yanni Yogi. Trapped in the elevator with Edward's memory lost due to oxygen deprivation after his arrest. Fiance Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Years ago, he can testify. The murder. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant where I read boats as usual. Brief allergy pause. Why am I like this? I'm alive. I made it. God. And I heard a bang. I looked up when I saw a boat just floating on the lake. And I heard another bang. These two. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window.
Objection!
There is nothing to question in my witness testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. That literally makes no sense. It doesn't even say, yes, Mr. Wright. Of course cross-examine. He didn't even say it was Miles. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Rah! Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well, then let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. That was like the most trash thing I've ever heard. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight.
Hold it!
Vague about time. Sure about today. When was the murder? About today. I asked him and he remembered, isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remember it clearly. I did. You see, continue. It's in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith? prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. God, having to wait for him to wake up. In the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Oh, yep. Good, continue. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there, I couldn't see clearly, but I figured there was 2 men out there, yep. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yep, at the time, that is. At the time. I heard another bang. Wasn't the other boy there? But that was the 11th thing. So you heard 2 gunshots total? Okay, yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. But who the fuck is the man? By your window? Oh, yep, on my window, right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. If I know Von Karma, he spent time preparing his witness. I'm not going to find contradictions very easily in this testimony. Ooh, it's tough being a lawyer. Night of 24th is a Friday. That's fine. It's the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang. I looked out the window. I saw a boat just floating on the lake. And I heard another bang. So about then the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. The man was a friend and he was saying, I can't believe he's dead. What's this? Are you sure? Oh. Dad! Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by, too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him! That Edgeworth boy! This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. On Karma, he lured me into cross-examining him so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk, tisk, tisk. And Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Why would people glare? Raise an objection. What can I object to? Really don't know.
Objection!
Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun and the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Raise objection. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edward said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If you were telling a lie... Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently you've yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please, can you hear me, sis? Please, we need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Trey, hello. No? No what? 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. He just leaves? Sorry, I can't help you, sis. Oh, you're saying you're Maya? You're Mia? This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. Huh. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles of Edgeworth. The accused will surrender. Wait, did I just fail, or is there something that's going to happen? Because I literally was given no chance to do anything. Mia, what? Mia. M-I-A, Mia. The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wait! Who was that just now? Me! Huh? What? Larry? He already hit the gavel though. I don't think he can do it. Whatever. I guess it's not official. What are you doing? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. I knew you were there. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. See, there was literally nothing I could do. Order. Objection. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Who did you kill? I didn't kill anyone. Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony, and I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order, order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial's over. Nick! This is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. He's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Isn't Edgeworth supposed to be here somewhere? Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? Oh, and Karma hasn't had a chance to prep him. The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. Larry sure goddamn waited. The game, like, fakes you out so much. There's just moments where, like, what the fuck can I do? And it's like, nothing! You can do nothing! Whew, that was too close. Sorry to pay Zongli is the order? Zongli is, like, the person? Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. Huh. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night? Yeah. We already knew he was there. Why didn't we say anything about him being there? Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's up? You feeling good? Are you saying I look tired? Is that what you're saying, Trey? What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. No, I have not come to bother you lately. Oh, okay. I see, right? Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. Thank you. I forgot to put makeup on. So we're not really wearing much right now. So the OMG exposed was actually mostly about my face. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. Yeah, feeling good? I'm feeling fine. Mostly tired. I'm just busy. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Why is everyone Jay chilling out here at Christmas Eve? Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. Just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Night of the murder. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Huh. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, I've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. He said one gunshot, and another one should have happened. He said no boat. I was in a boat on my lake. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There's so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Okay, first of all, what time was it? After 11, when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. Why were you out in the boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something, and I found it. Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth, in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Around what time was that? Let's see. About an hour. Search around midnight, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Where did the sound come from? I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. For the first bang, Wasn't there a boat on the lake? I have a photo with nothing on the lake. Order, order. Well, Mr. Butts? Whoa, whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat there or not. Oh my god. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case! Oh, Larry. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Oh, you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? Huh. It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? But I guess I should start working on the contradictions. Sorry, I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. I'm like... This thing. Okay, I want something I want to look at. An empty lake. I should do the safer one first. Let's see about... Single gunshot. So what does that present the...
Objection!
Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang, you sure? I think he just wants to go home. That's what I said. Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts, what? You only heard 1 gunshot? Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Huh? Not sure? How could you not be sure? Wow, he's so useless. Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? He's so useless. Order, order, and stop that booing. But Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? Is that a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, what's your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should you continue the testimony? Continue. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. But Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all requests show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real boomin' loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to the radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it's difficult to believe this testimony. But Your Honor, the witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me, DJ? An announcer! The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Why am I pressing this? So you turned on the radio? Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? I don't know what it is. You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone! I shouldn't have said anything. That's why I was listening to an all requests show on the radio, you see? What am I supposed to find? Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? It's nothing to do with the case? Yes. That's all I need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to? Real booming loud, like. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yep. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. Gunshots are pretty big, and you can probably feel a noise that loud. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. No, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. While I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? Did you say? What'd she say? Possible. It could tell us the timing. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, huh? Fine, very well. Testify in court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, hey, it's all... Okay, that's kind of important. Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. What? That means it's not Christmas yet. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe my karma was right. I'm not sure how this helps us all. I am! It's the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until you get to the bottom of what happened. I'm going to find this. I guess it was through the pressing, right? Dispatch, is this one? Is this one the right one, or is this one just after midnight?
Objection!
Mary, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Something that matters, Miss Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes? That contradicts the two testimonies that we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order, order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard gunshots before midnight. But the answer is simple. He's an idiot. First witness is mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. Well, what? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim that he heard the gunshot before midnight? Oh, he's right. He's not mistaken, Your Honor. I heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence that there was a gunshot before midnight. I have it! Present. Take that! Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on this photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh? Huh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue is not why nothing is shown in this big photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that's the case. And where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. This is complex. I still have to unravel the fact that it's like Yanni Yogi is the same guy that Edward saw. Why would Steve? I don't know why. Don't be fooled, Judge. The camera was set to respond to loud noises, yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. My nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Huh. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Oh, God. Three times. Yes, I can. Okay. Gunshot. Gun was fired 3 times. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, then there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. So that's a great reason to not just assume Edgeworth is guilty. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I'd better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it. Huh? I don't have it. Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. Framing him? What do you mean? Maya, yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn... My screen is so bright, so I listen. I hate bright screens. I think you can turn that down if it's that bright. I've got a hunch. I'm gonna run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. I don't remember the samurai thing, honestly. Just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor. It right, trust me. Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. I'm still confused. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Tisk, tisk, tisk. So you finally realized the truth? There can be no other murder. Okay, I don't care. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on the lake, shown by the photograph. Edgeworth and the victor him in on the boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. Why he wiggled a finger? The distance was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it's hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says minutes. Let's for that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot in the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are. Edgeworth and the murderer. The murderer pretended to be Hammond to frame Edgeworth. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. They all know Kyle shot the guy. Case closed. She's proven guilty. And the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50. He assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Miss Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all of this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name, right? It's Lotta Hart. I mean, I don't know. It's not Lotta Hart. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Bah! Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. Ha-ha! Danny Yogi, the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats in the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then where did the murder take place? I don't know! Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet the victim without anyone seeing. You have proof the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Call Larry's testimony if you will. It's just Larry. Out on the lake in a boat searching for something. Finds it, returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Are you sure about this? Not really, but I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I just may be able to figure this out. Okay, so am I choosing what happened? That night, the caretaker of the boat called Robert Hammond to his shop. That's a terrifying face. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. And who fired the pistol on the boat? Caretaker. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. Create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. With someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop, and he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Bailiff! Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Okay, I knew we had to talk to him more. There's no way that was the end, because we have to reveal the fact that he's Yanni Yogi. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Aha, aha, aha. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop at the lake by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. Since when? It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing, just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him and I want to know who he is. I know! Very well. Court is adjourned. It definitely has to be Yanni Yogi. Hey, Nick, you did it. Yeah, well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. What about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helps out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You should try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right, there's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. Crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Oh, did he accidentally kill his own father or something? Edgeworth Novak. I did it! You missed it. I did it. Yes. We still got one more day, but I didn't screw up at all this time. So, you know, we take our wins how we can. I figured out what to present at the right time. Nice. Wright and Co. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? Don't know, he could just tell us, but he won't. The crime that I committed. Memory of the murder. Isn't Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been tried killing him recently, but he'd never take someone's life, never. Dick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint. Right on, tell me the truth. Was it like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Oh, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Eddie! You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero! Larry, you really helped us out in the trial. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Ha 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 ha. But seriously, Nick. That boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious, but Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know if he's telling the truth out there that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. So I'm guessing Edgeworth, like, the whole thing is he thinks he murdered his own father, whatever happened in the elevator. Because we don't know what happened in the elevator. Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Yeah, he means me, right? Yeah, you and Larry. Not me? Why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true, but when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when I knew him! When he wanted to become a defense... Didn't I know him when he was, like, 7? Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? Hey, Larry. What's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Huh. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade! You don't know what kind of man he was back in grade school as a 3rd grader, which is like I think 8. I was on a class trial. Class trial? God. You remember Larry, spring of end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring an envelope with money for lunch from home. This kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why I'd forget though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? The next day we held a classroom trial with me as a defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty! He did it! Guilty thief! Give me my money back! You're such a meanie! No one play with him! Just admit you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell us the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! Yeah, and no borrowing my eraser! You shouldn't be allowed in the relay race! The library committee! Give me back the 50 cents I loaned you! Hey, did you rob that bank the other day? Oh, Jesus Christ. And Phoenix! You know you shouldn't steal people's money! That's not right! In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection! He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs to this belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs! Miles? You wore a full fucking suit at 8. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? Oh, Edgeworth was the one that had the money stolen. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No? Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That's why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? Oh. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. You're just like the straight bum kid in the corner. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the 3 of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, you see. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Did they find out who did it? Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father! A famous defense attorney! And a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident, right? I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edward's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said that he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him and learn why he'd become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? Oh my god, it's love! If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. That's literally him just like, his entire life plan was just to meet this one person again. Like, tell me, better love story than Twilight. Edgeworth believed in me and I believe in him. He's in pain and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. In those like 3 months I knew him. Whoa, Nick. So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. I can fix him! Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth. I mean, I think the whole thing of like him being always going for the guilty verdict is the idea that his father's killer, like, the defense attorney got him to be said is not guilty, and I'm assuming that he is the one that did it, although maybe Edgeworth blames himself too. I don't know. We have to save Mr. Edgeworth. It's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It very well may be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Alright. Let's see what my stuff is now. Oh no, wait. Oh no, wait. I only took away. No, wait. Ayoy. Check on the plant again. The plant, its name is Charlie. I've been breaking up these days. Right. And a poster, yeah, so it's Steamboat Steel Samurai. Enough or not, I know she's just waiting for a chance to sneak up on the wall. Looks, they mocked me. I tried reading one, made my head hurt. My foot hurt too. It's not his desk, right? 10 more clients. Okay, these are the same. Let's talk to the love of our life. Oh my gosh, what is Sunday? You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it's probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous! Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you've changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. 15 years ago. He would pass out, right? The 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. Then Yanni Yogi had been not of a sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence, innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know in the courtroom techniques from him. Well, he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all cases he has taken off, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was declared innocent ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. What you're saying is true. You're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now's the time no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. I don't know if I want to show him that. Did they find him yet? Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't got back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today. What? The manhunt? Some guy had to arrest by tomorrow. Boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Guess I'm done here then. So we should check the house. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh my god, it's him. Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Is that possible? No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Magically. Come what may! It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, another thing. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping? I guess it's just closing off an extra area for me. The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got her pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. Lotta's in a lot of trouble. We'll be seeing you tomorrow. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Oh, nothing's gonna show anything. Alright then. Move to the boat rental shop. The old caretaker got away. Yep. Never imagined he might really be the murderer. Ahem! I know that clearing a throat anywhere, Larry. Oh no! Grossberg. Ah, hello! What might you be doing here? Out for a walk home? Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of French lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg. This is no time for island reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. How gross. That's true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Whoa, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not so sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks, bye. What do you think he's doing here? Who knows? Looking around. Must have run for the hills. He didn't seem like a bad person. Trust no one! Ooh, some food. Shouldn't there be like blood or something? Nobody's home. Hello, hello. Ah, hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor bear to fend for himself. Hello, hello, Spot. Okay. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick? You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Bye, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. Doesn't look like he's pushing much. You're right. The whole pasta restaurant thing is just a lie. What, you thought he was telling the truth? Don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to post about them? Pictures of fish they caught? Pretty puny to you? You should have seen the one that got away. Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker. We did see him. Oh fuck, what's the password? That reminds me, Nick. Holly here knows the number to the safe, right? That's right. Holly, what's the number to the safe? 1228, squad. Let's open it, come on. I'm sure there's any money in here. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? Must be something of value in here. Not so sure. Might be a clue too. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clean letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on it? How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. Well, I think that proves it. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame... This is kind of like immediately everything we need. And frame Edgeworth, calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail. Something gonna happen to this paper. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. Someone put him up to it? When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. Okay, now I'm like throwing for a loop. Is it Grossberg? Got revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain, this letter is an amazing clue. Or it could be like lucid caretaker speaking to deranged caretaker. Everything's cold. Doesn't hear since the trial. Ah! What? What's wrong? Huh? Oh, never mind. Tell me. I saw the TV, remember, they're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Well, see? That's why I didn't want to tell you. It's TV. A fishing pole looks expensive. We should bring it to Gumshoe? We can just leave from the metal detector in exchange. Maybe we better not. We stole your, fishing pole, but we left you this metal detector. Oh my god, there's like a little bug in here. We get up so many floors. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man, not at all. So he was following this letter then? Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. 2 men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond? It also says this is your last chance. Last chance? Wait, maybe because he's talking about the statute of limitations on the Deal 6 incident? Wait, that old man. Well, what is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Finally! Goddamn Lee! The suspect in the Deal 6 incident, the one who was found innocent. But he was found innocent, right? He was talking about the brain damage? Oh my god, kitty girl, here, get in here. Okay, scooch back out. She's too fat to get under here. Just press her against the table. Come on, lay down, girly girl, so I can push the chair back in. Okay, Yenny Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. Did you get fired from being a bailiff or something? Oh my god. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. Air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe. Quiet! I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out. Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. Before Annie Yogi's mental condition was called into question, they claimed the oxygen deprivation trust had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court, and Yogi was found innocent. Isn't that strange? Insanity doesn't, like, make you innocent. I mean, I guess it does, but it also doesn't mean, like, nothing happens to you. This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right? Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I don't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? Nightmare I've had, memory of a crime committed, memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. Okay, for the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful spot every time. And you feel like this isn't connected? What kind of dream? A dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help! I can't breathe. Quiet! I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out. Don't shout. You're just using more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up all my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Oh, what? What are you? Stop breathing my air. No, Father. He's attacking Father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father. Ah! Oh, so he threw the gun and the gun shot his dad? And so it was an accident? And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. Although he's gonna kill the dad anyway, actually. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. What if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean it was me? I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do. Like it or not, if there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe Mr. Gross Boy. Grossberg Law Office. How did he ruin? No, how did they ruin his life? Did he have like? Did the wife leave him for being declared insane? And because it looks like they assumed he did do it, but that he was just under insanity. Mr. Grossberg, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding. I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened. Mr. Edgeworth, I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father? It's only a dream, I wonder. For what? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, Well, also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real. Then why does it matter if the statute of limitations runs out? As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. No, I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of the murder, and his career as bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This is his last chance, of course, the statute of limitations. It's not his last chance. He could frame him at any time for murder. Like, that doesn't make sense. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He's defense attorney without peer. Sounds trite, but it's true. You may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister, wouldn't she be like that old? Or wouldn't she be mad young? Sorry. Even if she was older, she would have only been like a teenager. It's very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man, forging testimonies and evidence. He has the perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to cause him to do his methods. And so Von Karma, he lost. He died in Spearsor. I see. Edgeworth was killed. The police called on a spirit meeting. That was your mother, Mr. Fey. I'm Gregory Edgeworth, and I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. But Yogi's not innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone calls her a fraud. Except... if they... The whole point is, they thought he did it, but he was insane. So then, the mother wouldn't be a fraud if everyone thought he did it. And if everyone didn't think he did it, and that then, I mean, literally no one would think he didn't do it. But in the theory, if they thought he didn't do it at all, then he wouldn't, then he would be able to be the bailiff again, right? Then he wouldn't have had his life ruined. Also, I mean, I'm guessing it's gonna be like, Yanni Yogi killed him because even though his son was the one that threw the gun, he threw the gun in an attempt to stop Yanni Yogi, who was trying to kill the dad anyway, and so that action was only caused by Yanni Yogi. So then indirectly Yanni Yogi killed him. Or what we're gonna find out is he threw the gun, but Yanni Yogi actually caught it and it went off. So he technically shot him. Yet now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. This is all weird. Doesn't make any sense. It still doesn't make sense how Misty was like, you're a fake spirit medium. Even though, I don't know. This is fine. Oh, so this is the letter? It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their secret, but for his own sake. He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. He got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. I understand soon enough. Wait, what is it? This letter? I've seen this handwriting somewhere before a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Manfred Von Karma. Manfred Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? I'm not sure. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... Correct. Manfred Von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? And why does the statute of limitations matter? If it's truly Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. They'll press the point until the court finds... So, is it because... Is the last chance because he's gonna somehow turn this court trial into prosecuting Miles for the death of his own father? Okay, fine. Then the statute of limitation things make slightly more sense. Oh no, but how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. Any yogi could know. He's both persistent and perfectionist. Literally, his son was your protege. That's so... Why teach him then? What do you mean? 15 years ago, Von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. Instead, Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial, but Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow, it must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that. An unusual event for the man. Man, to have the, time and money to take that long vacation. I'm gonna take a blowing my nose break. I'm dying a little bit. Okay, unusual went for the van. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like go to the sea or the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In many cases, that's the only time we took a vacation. I've suffered quite a lot. If you want to keep record so badly, why would you take such a long vacation? Why would you, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. You say this, but every accidental murder is a murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he killed someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth commits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the rape. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check then. Police files might hold some interest. I can't promise anything. I think a chance of finding something are slim. I understand. Okay, let's go back to the police. One day left. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. Are they anyone here? Everyone must be out looking for the old guy Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be in today. He's staying out late looking for someone. On the pavement, record rooms. Can't have anyone wandering in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in there as long as he's there. Von Karma? Just arrived? Let's hurry. We don't let anyone in there, but someone else is already in there, so I guess you can go in. Dusty as always. We were only here yesterday. I'm sure they haven't taken time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing? I will just noticing that he's in here. Von Karma? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. Unsolved cases evidence. Unsolved cases? The file for DL6 is completely empty. What are you doing in here? Von Karma, you... How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me, needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Mr. Edgeworth's your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because it dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. But you did. What I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards, the son of your bitter rival? That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Where else did the last day of this trial? It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. You'll lose in the end. Well, Edgeworth his guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. You're right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Here's the letter. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? Who instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder? Yanni Yogi? How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it. You wrote the letter, Mr. Yogi, that letter. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You saved me from a lot of needless hassle. Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed, 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry, people don't die from it usually. Now give me the letter. I knew we were gonna lose it. Whoa, what are you? Nick, run! Oh, so Maya saved us? Maya, out of my way! What a way to, like... Let her sacrifice go to waste. Oh, he got us. The letter's gone, of course, and he took the DL6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya! Is she okay? Maya! Is it Mia now? Maya, open your eyes. Maya. The letter, did you take it? Huh? Oh, yeah, are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Maya! There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Not dead though, she's holding something. What is that, a bullet? DL6 evidence taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Stashed in a pocket. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. I was gonna say, I'm like, man, only in a video game could you like literally show the fucking letter and not get it just snatched from you. But we did. This is Judgment Day. Things are going to be guessed. It'll last a lot of things. Whoa! That's a big idea. Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is overwhelmed as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push me too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. I don't think that's how that works. Whoa, pal! What's going on to that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all right. Thanks, Detective. Must be tired. After that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Must be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he can remember his past? He does remember it, and I'm going to prove it. Okay. I mean, it's going to be possible to prove, but it's just so annoying that we lost it. I guess it's part of the game. We wouldn't want to make it too easy for ourselves. Court is now in session for the trials of Miles Edgeworth. Defense is ready, Your Honor. I literally use these gums to make it feel all talking. Use the mintiness. Prosecution is ready. Right, very well. Final day of proceeding to the trial. Don't be odd in a sense, but everything says. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's effort, the both rental caretaker has been arrested. Caretaker was the murderer, however, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. I believe you all remember our witness. He's been put on top in the lake. Mori witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? I was not running away, as he will testify. I guess he went fishing. The saw is fishing thing. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I just went to buy some food for Polly, you see. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as it is. Very well. Yanni Yogi or Yanni Yogi, I'm gonna prove it. Look how you did running away, not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and you realized you were in danger. So need to rush to conclusions. The witness was not running away. It's no testimony. They both do. They both seem too relaxed. Why did you leave? You're supposed to say why. It's so hard for you to quiet the scene as he was talking. If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Want to buy some food for Polly? Food? Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats those high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to your caretaker shack? Well, I got lost. Witness has trouble remembering some things sometimes. How do you remember the Wright seat? He was on the way back to the shack. Yeah, right, nice try on Harmon. I can't believe that. And he was lost! Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I'm new incident anyhow. Lost much of your memory, is that correct? Looks like it. And how did you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, huh? You know exactly who you are. Witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. I don't know what's in his head, that's impossible. Glad you come to senses. Very well, please continue. How can you say you have no motives? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? For myself, this witness has no memory. You can't hold a grudge, it's impossible. Yes, Your Honor, you've been saying the same thing over and over now. You've been calling this witness the memory of the past or lack thereof into question, but does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with the case and the motive. But these statements are lies. Order, Mr. Wright. There's a serious problem with the claim, or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. That's interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? He wants me to bring it up. That's the point. Please use please tell this witness' name. His name is Yanni Yogi, the former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi from the TL6 incident. I figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what's his name? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, the witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how did you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost memory. I can do this now if I can prove he's Yogi right here, right now. Got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove he's Yanni Yogi? Quite simple, Your Honor. Please take this man's fingerprints, then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. That makes sense. I'm so very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? No fingerprints. I worked as a caretaker. I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. What? You sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. The witness has no fingerprints. I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. What did you, Mr. Wright? It's been decided no? No, I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. No, I can't let it can't lose. It has to be another way. There's no one else who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Like, what am I gonna do? I didn't even consider he had erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Let's examine his parrot for a little comedic relief. Hey, very funny. You're a sore winner for the camera. The parrot! Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor! The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot! Order, order. What do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do so as you suggested. Do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, you should go through this, nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Like, this is crazy. Well, you still want to go through the... Yes, I'm doing it! Hell yeah! Parrots hear shit all the time. I'll cross-examine her, Your Honor. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Mr. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. We just have it. Hell yeah! That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify to us. Oh my god. Hello, hello, Spock! Certainly the most concise testimony I've heard so far. Begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know. What are we gonna do, Maya? We just say Polly! Hello, Spock. Polly! Witness! You can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Have we forgotten something? How today's go. Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget deal 6, Spock. If I can get Polly to say that here, then that'll prove the caretaker had something to do with deal 6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, Spock. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot. Hello, Spock. Uh-oh, it's not working. She won't say it. Why won't she say it? Madam, Mr. Wright? Wait, don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't ever retrain the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we ask her if she forgot anything? Information of her? We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Hello, Spock. What's your name? Polly, what's your name? Polly! Spock. Mr. Wright. I think we've established that the parrot's name is Polly. Does this have anything to do with owner's identity? Of course! Yes, it does. Fascinating. Think the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us the proof. Nick, I think we both need to far listen. We're not here to answer the question of who's the caretaker, or to prove that he's Yogi Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi, Your Honor. The proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Dude, I don't fucking know. That's right. Guess not. again. Witness, you're here to speak, you must speak. Frankly, I can't believe you're speaking to a parrot. Some information out of her. What's the safe number? Safe, why? Say anything? What was the number to the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228. It's a date! Why, what a reckless parrot. Actually it does! That's why I had her say it. How ridiculous. How can the number of a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link... Okay. This one. 1228. Present. The DL6 case file. What is this exception you have for case? Victim data. Cut. Data. Case summary. So the case summary page. The case summary. Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. He used the date of the DL6 incident as a number to his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see, it certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. But this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM cards to 0001 because I'm a number 1. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. Huh, indeed. Alone is a little weak evidence in a court. I mean, we are getting into evidence from a parrot right now. I'm not gonna find that. Getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Huh. Is it the name one again? I'm just missing something? Holly? Important? Oh, wait, right. Holly! Oh my god! I figured it out. Suspect data. What's your name? Holly, what's your name? Of course. This file? For a large file you have there, which page is the proof on then? God, the whole 3 pages! 3 short pages! Suspect data. The suspect data page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? And what was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly! Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see, I guess that is possible. Well, I'm mere coincidence all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? That's a little weird. He's only 7 years old. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that is all. True, that is a possibility. However, 2 coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately! Tell us your name. This witness doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Oh my god. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. I think he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years! Let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order, order, Yanni Yogi. So it was you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me, I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. But I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, the package arrived yesterday. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Where's Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his... whatever. It's not innocent, in this case at least. Very well, the defendant, please take the stand. I mean, you can't just bring this whole case without opening it. And if you mystery is left unsolved, you are clear for the suspicion of this particular case. So I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Finds him not guilty. Alright. That is all. This court is adjourned. So is the... Oh, there it is. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth! Just move on! Wait till tomorrow! Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Brianna Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. Revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell him he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell him he killed his own dad. What do? Raise an objection. Judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objective action after a guilty verdict was passed. It would be Larry. Let's hear this new statement. Monsieur Miles Edgeworth. Making my life difficult! 15 years, I've had a recurring dream, a nightmare. This is only a dream, though! So I told myself it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. In the instant when your father died, from the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me, Your Honor. I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitation which ends today. The culprit is me. Order, order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. Try this man for his crime 15 years ago. I think I'd like to take a 5-minute recess. I will consider the appropriate course of action. Court is adjourned. He's gonna do it, but we shouldn't. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy. This is so annoying. Nick, what are you doing, huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what, huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. This real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. Right. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt and he's confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Though pointless, let the defense do the cross-examining. The statute of limitations runs out today. So it's unconventional for me. I'd like to run this one by the book. Objections. Oh, Your Honor. You knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Miles Edgeworth take the stand. What if I sucked? and didn't make it past the first 2 years. Stays named profession, Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney. 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. And testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key. If only I can get it to work. Please. Gone to the courtroom to serve one of my father's trials. Earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father, Mr. Yogi, lost her composure and began to argue. And heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. Thought it was a dream. We were stuck in the elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen ran out. I lost my memory of the events. Same claim Mr. Yogi made. That's right. That's examination. Trial. 2 things. And then my father lost. Mr. Von Carmel was in the case 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Carmel's evidence. There were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in the elevator. And Yogi, we were fine at first, but then as time passed, no one came to help. Father and Yogi lost composure and began to argue. I like how the details flow into the next part. Well, what did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. Then, something heavy fell at my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. That's a weak safety. And he picked it up. What happened next? Picked it up and I threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick, so I panicked. So you're saying you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and then a scream. The gun fired once? Yes, I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. A scream. Terrible scream I remember to this day. This day? Yes. I'm practically here now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. I don't know what it means. I better find out and pick. That's the part. Part. It's either that one or let me check this. It's fired twice. And immediately it's fired twice. Screaming for a shot in the heart. This evidence completely reveals a contradiction in your statement. How exactly? They aren't, are they? Damn it! Single gunshot now. Okay, fine. Just do this. It's gonna ask victim data. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and then the scream, then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Ooh. Victim data. The victim data on the file. The murder weapon was fired twice. Only heard one gunshot, yet the weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental fire and then the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter that fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice, however, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof the second shot has anything to do with this incident. What? I see. I don't know if it was fired twice. One of those was shot by the defendant by the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot was fired? Something to do with the case? These are not useful. Oh, I should. Was there a way to take some of these out? Just go through the window. Yes. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. State your surprise after you've seen the evidence. What's your proof? Do you have any evidence was related to this incident? Oh, I didn't Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph! This is a photograph of the crime scene 15 years ago. I can see the victim lying is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. Shots were fired where? Please get a clue. I don't know. The huge gunshot. It should be obvious the contradiction is here. A bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order, order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got... There's clearly 2 bullet holes! Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 blah blah incident case summary page. Look at what's written in there. Not a single clue was found in the scene. The pistol had fired 2 times, and the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. Go through the window. Has never been found. Why? The second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one that fired by his own son. That is the truth of the matter, full truth. It is undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. What? Out of order, Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us. The murder weapon was fired twice. Okay, so he's not taking that. However, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid that I have to discount the defense's claim. What? How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Am I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? Sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. What? You said you'd do it. You said you'd get the Edgeworth print innocent. I saw the photograph. I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I'm so certain of it. I thought of one. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now I was wrong to think it would be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Ask one thing about Edgeworth before passing a verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Mr. Roger, do you have any objections? No, I do not. Do You killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepting the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today right here. Right now, indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. Just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. I have an objection.
Objection!
Your Honor. I object. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I can take the hit if I wasn't supposed to object. What grounds you object? Oh no, this case is perfect. It's not perfect! It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor, huh? Second bullet. It existed. It showed proof that did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just that someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us who is the murderer. I'm still thinking about that one. The criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Need for the murderer had to find it. Of course there was a need, that's why they took it. What possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene from them was the bullet would be proof. It was proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it from them. If that was the case, they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired? Because it was shot through the window. I did think it through! I have an answer! I have an answer! Of course I had to find it. It's hungry, I can tell. The murderer was cautious. That's why the murderer has to shoot. This sounds so shit. I'm gonna get hit again. Yeah, I'm gonna get hit again. Even though I fucking know. Okay, the murderer didn't need it. Fine. Why would the murderer have spent time on the first stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. Is the point? Okay, is the point that I have to fail just so that someone else can tell me what I already know? Had to take it. Had to take it. What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. I already fucking know, and I'm so mad I'm getting penalized because I already know the answer. The murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. The murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer? What? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you'd have to take it with you, wouldn't it? Wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? At the time of the murder themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other 2 people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. That would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. It's clearly Von Karma, and I'm so upset! In the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol as Pete throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses his consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping it. I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. Ow. The point. Ow. What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved in the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one wounded at that time of the incident. He's right, I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossbrook said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. It must have been quite a shock for Karma. He took a vacation for several months. First vacation he's taken. Didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured, which would mean one thing, he was the murderer. No fucking way. It was Von Karma. Oh man. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murder came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh, should I come out and say it now? Fuck it, say it now. Your Honor, there's a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this certainly is interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? Ugh, my hands are shaking. But what? Von Karma. Von Karma? He's just standing there smiling evilly. You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah. You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objections? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from that incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, let us find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. Pull the bullet on himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull out bullets by yourself. Wait, what does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? In him? Show evidence. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. I'll even use evidence. I know you like it so much. Oh, baby! We're using a metal detector. If this doesn't fucking work, I'll be so happy. I'm so happy. Von Karma's perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where's the bullet now? I think it is unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean? I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's only one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Get naked. Oh, I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? Order, order, order! Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use metal detector. Why does Von Karma want to do the stupid fucking trial? Literally, he could, as much as he wants to, like, get Miles, like, he already framed the murder. He could have just, like, kept trying to do shit like that. And then the statute of limitations was out today. If he waited, if he's the one that did it, then he would have just waited till tomorrow and gotten away with it forever. But he's opening himself up to the risk of the actual truth being found out. The defense requests that we should be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out in this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but I'm the lawyer or defense attorney that's about to pull out a metal detector and metal detect the prosecutor. Give it a shot. Hell yeah. I mean, obviously, it reacted. Something's there, the bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. What? Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. You can't just grab a doctor! But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. But Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course you can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. Sorry, Mr. Wright. I have the bullet. It has to be that. I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close, one day away from freedom, but you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. It has to be this. It literally has to be this, because he referenced the thing. That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term that came up the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. To analyze both bullets, then if the markings match, we would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove that bullet. You will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. Today! And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Okay. Okay. You got it. So why open yourself up to this possibility? That scream! I've heard that scream before. Wait. I know! The help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! Stop breathing my air! Get away! Get away from my father! Dang! Ah! It's that scream I heard from in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma! It was you who screamed! Mr. Von Karma? What? Oh god. Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me! So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Oh my god. Your father shamed me with the penalty on my record, and you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you! I'll bury you with my bare hands! Death! Death! 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I would have never thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I have ever known. That's a hydrate. I'm thirsty. I didn't see the emote. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain! A horrible, burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. That's so petty. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. Literally, like, I got a penalty on my record, on my perfect record. Murder! He's still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge, for what? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor? You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. I'm so mad I got penalized just because I had to wait for Mia to magically tell me the answer I knew. Nick, we did it. Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was the one on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right? Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Then thank you, right? You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. No. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. Got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. He's got you there. Woo! Amazing, pal. You pulled through this just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party! Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. Who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take the lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Woo! Woo! I feel foolish. Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. The love inside. Blue. Okay, hey y'all. Lotta! Yeah, y'all were right in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank you very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Well, why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Beyonce. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that one coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here's a little gift. That's it. Mary Butts. You thought you'd come along tonight too, my treat pal? Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk or prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right? Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah. That's not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. 38 exactly? Nick, wasn't that the exact amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history, huh? Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, Wright. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth, huh? You should have told me! Now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Do you think the statute of limitations is run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I think more like Phoenix would be like, screw you for being my best friend. I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Ugh. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. To death! The death sentence for both of you! Man, if I had only known I'd become a prosecutor! Same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth, want to switch, right? Hey, y'all. Line up, let's take a photo. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a group photo, let's go! And after that, dinner on me. Dr. Von Shoot took us out to the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Is it Maya? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless, so I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? Ugh. The first trains for the mountains have already left to the station. Or to the station. Am I too late? I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah, it's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me. Be good, okay?
Hold it!
Hold it! Wait, what? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yeah, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show her the evidence to cheer her up. This one.
Take that!
A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence. We need it. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. She, like, about to finish her training? I'm like, is she gonna be here for the last trial? Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was, after a whole 4 cases. Same old crazy cast of characters. Do we see the picture now? Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Objection!
Oh, was that the last one? I thought there was another one after that. What? That was case 4. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Woo! Detective Gumshoe! That's so weird. Then he hugged his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? At least he's trying. That is painfully cringy, though. I thought there was more cases. Oh, Nick, I haven't seen him. I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady. She's not exactly what you call a cheap date, huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Who? Wright? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. How many cases? This is a case 5. Phoenix, right? The fence attorney who I wrote. I've taken over management of Gatewater Hotel recently. Would you be in the area? Please stop by. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him as of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Phoenix Wright, is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Oh god. Oh god. Pass. There's 5 cases. Princess is a hit. I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kids' dreams, you know? Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at, anyway? I snuck into the studio the other day. I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. What a dog. I was kind of shocked. It's kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. Oh no. Is Will Powers the Pink Princess? No, right? Yeah, I remember Wright, that lawyer guy. Me, I'm training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. I wanna see the picture! Ah, Mia. Victory! Where did Gumshoe get the confetti? Alright, so this says it's a 5th case, but it's hot! Is this the 5th one? A brand new episode has been added! Alright. I'll leave that one as its own thing. Wowie-wah. So there are 5 cases. I didn't know if this version would have it. She said it was added on later. Although I guess it wouldn't also make sense that this version wouldn't have it, because that would kind of suck at this point. Woo! Look at this animation! Technology! Future! I'm so confused. Oh my god. Go futuristic. Why does it look like me? In 2 months since Maya left the office. I guess we'll figure out what happened next time. Oh no, who got murdered? That's a great question. But we'll have to find that out next time! On Phoenix Wright. Oopsies, wrong one. Next time on Phoenix Wright. The elusive fifth case. Exciting. Alright, I'll be back tomorrow for some TFT. Try. Don't even try. Don't pull me into your fetishes, Globe. I'll beat you both. I thought you guys would like figure it out for your sign off and get to it before I could. Her treating yourself. Anyway, thank you so much to everyone who came and hung out for the conclusion, proving Edward's innocence. It took some twists and turns. There was some like discovery moments. I already figured it out. I just gave you a chance. Anyway, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for TFT, and then Thursday will be Genshin, and then Friday will be more TFT. It will be weekend until TNT on Sunday. Anyway, thank you so much to everyone who came and hung out. If it's morning for you, good morning. If it's night, good night. Have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.